it's your boy, the Memphis X. Alright, welcoming back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, day 74, and it's time to go Moke. That's right. It's like we're on Twitter again. No, but for serious. We're playing Mokey Mokey, everybody's favorite normie boy from good old GX era. We're going to be summoning out our Mokey Mokey with our light monsters, our little mini monster mayhem we got here. We're going to be doing some wombos, we're going to do some combos, showing some what do's and what not do's. Having ourselves a good old time with a deck based on Mokey Mokey, the smackdown, the links we can make, the fusions that are possible in this deck, a couple exceeds here and there. It's a deck with a whole bunch of different things you can do depending on the sort of hand we get into. So we're going to be showing it off, thanks to Mr. Spicy Boy, who asked us to take a look at some Mokey Mokeys today. So, of course, if you want the whole deck list, it's at the end of the video. But for now, let's go into Yugioh Pro, show off what this deck can do, have ourselves a good old time, and get Mokey with it. Alrighty, our first opponent. Another day, another card game. So with today's deck, we kind of like to go first just to set things up, that sort of thing, especially with a hand like this one. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. We have a lot of different things we can do here. We're going to start off with our Mokey Mokey's Adrift. Very nice searcher. I really wish there was more for Mokey Mokey, but for now, we're going to go ahead and get the Mokey Mokey Smackdown. Mokey Mokey indeed. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and set a card. We're going to go ahead and activate our supply squad. Fairly slow on the start, but once we get it going with this deck, it goes far. It really do. We just need to get another monster in our graveyard. Not that hard to do, because one thing that's really nice about Mokey Mokey Drift, he counts as a normie monster in our graveyard. Very useful. All right, so we're up against Alistair, who invokes. Not a good opponent for us, to be honest. Invokers use monsters from the graveyard to do the fusion summons. So if he uses mine, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't like it either way. I mean, is what it is. I mean, that's how invokers play. That's just how they do it. Okay, he's just gonna battle right away. Okay, I'm fine with that. I got a free draw. I'm good with that. Oh, I could have used that now, though. Human Wave Tactics works amazingly well in this deck. You know, whenever a monster gets destroyed, we get to replace it with another. If two monsters are destroyed, we replace it with two. You know, that's what it does. Okay, well, unfortunately, my opponent doesn't want to get Mokey with it, which is unfortunate, but if I get another normie monster on the board, any normie at all, I do have Dragon's Mirror. Whether my opponent will allow me to Dragon's Mirror is another question entirely. We'll see how that goes. We shall soon learn how this is going to go. Let's go ahead. Normal summon, Agent of Creation. We'll see if this works. That probably won't work. I mean, I want it to work. This is actually a really good card to start the deck off with. Good old Agent. Oh, wait, it's actually going to allow that. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, Agent of Creation Venus. Very powerful monster. Pay 500, summon a shiny ball. You can do this as many times as you like, so long as you have shiny balls. That's going to be really useful because I have Tri-White. This is a very powerful combination. So, we'll see. I mean, he's allowing me to do all this, so that implies that he's A-okay with it. Let's see, one, that's 4 mon. I guess he could have Nibiru. It's possible. Tis possible. Tis potential. But for now, though, we're just going to go ahead and use... Wait, who am I summoning again? I got to start with Masquerena. Yes. Yeah, very important. You got to make sure you don't use Venus for this part. But yeah, we're going to go for my old pal, good old Avramax. I love me an Avramax. He's a pretty cool dude. He's a pretty cool dude with a nice attitude. What's this do again? Negate and banish. Okay. I think we can work with that. I think we can work with that. We're going to go for Nightmare Phoenix. We're not going to use his effect just yet. And from there, we'll make our boy Avramax. But we're not nearly done with this turn. Oh, no. Oh, no, indeed. Because what we're going to do is activate our Mokey Mokey Smackdown. That's right. If a face-up fairy gets destroyed, well, we have Mokey Mokey. Mokey Mokey will get stronger. So we're going to activate Tri-White here. We're going to bring back Mokey Mokey and a couple of shiny balls. That's an important part of this deck, I should mention, is that you need lots of fairies in this deck to make everything work out. That's why we're not playing like a lot of the normie monsters today. I've done it in the past, but today we need like we need lights and we need fairies. So we're gonna summon out all these shiny balls. I'm gonna set this for now. And let's see here. I could activate Dragon's Mirror. That is a potential thing I can do. Do I want to do it, though? Let's see. Banish the materials from the field or the grave. Well, I pushed it anyway, so I gotta push it now. So, Dragon's Mirror. Gonna go ahead and use one from the grave, one from the board, and summon out this dude. This is the first of dragons, immune to all monsters. It's pretty nice. So, let's go for the battle phase. And go, shiny ball! Bring us victory! And headaches, because we're gonna take a lot of damage from doing this. Ouchie. But it's fine. I get my life points. I draw another. Ah, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. But yeah, let's beat over the Makaba. We'll beat over the Makaba, even though he's probably going to use this little spell. Yeah, it's Alistair the Invoker. As one would expect him to do. Alright. That's fine. Although now that I think about it, that was a stupid move. What did I do that for? I messed that part up. I got a little too excited about the... I took a little bit too much a puff of the Mokey, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I really should have attacked with first of the dragons first to bait out the Alistair. It really wouldn't have mattered, because the problem here is that Mekaba can negate monster effects, and that's how Avermax get over stuff. That's kind of the thing. No, I think I'm fine. Okay, invocation into whom exactly? You gotta make Elysium? I mean, Elysium's pretty goated. It won't work on Fist of the Dragons. Fist of the Dragons? First of the Dragons. Alright. Let me think here. Purgatrio, you say? Oh, you have to be sent to the grave. Gosh dang it, this Megabit is such an annoying dude. I can't be destroyed or targeted by stuff, but this is a non-targeted thing, and... Okay, he's just gonna end his turn. Okay, that works for me. That works for me, baby! Alright. Me and my opponent are just kind of feeling each other out at this point, but I'm gonna play my Human Wave. Just in case. Just in case, you never know. Let's go Enchanting Fitting Room. Pay 800 life points. Excavate 4 cards. Any normies we get, go to the board. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Oh, no, it's only 3. Because unfortunately, Mokey Mokey doesn't count as a normie in the deck. I should say the Adrift one doesn't. So, well, summon all these. Why not? Why the heckin' not? I don't see a reason not to do that. Because now I can make like a Sybil Nightingale and just start poking him directly. I could make Lionheart, which is pretty good. Let me think about that. That is a hard decision, actually. It's like one of these two leads us to... You know what? Assembled Nightingale. Assembled Nightingale, because we have the United We Stand. I don't see a reason not to do this. I'm just going to summon out my girl and like, hello. United unto we stand. It's not quite the Mokey I was looking for, but it's still pretty nice. That's a 3,000 beater that can attack like 3 times directly. So, yeah, that's what our deck did, you know? Like I said, this is all about the Mokey. We've summoned Mokey. We did Smackdown. I just played the darn card wrong. I should have... Well, it wouldn't have mattered too much, but you got the idea of what we're trying to do with this deck. We're just trying to summon Mokey Mokey, use him as material for stuff, and you know what? If I can smack my opponent with the normie monster and have Mokey get to 3,000, I can very well do that, and I very well would like to do that. As many times as humanly possible, but that'll be game number 1, barring any last-minute hand trap shenanigans of some form. Rematch? But with other deck. Okay. Okay. I will do that. Attack directly? Yes. Okay, I guess I have to do a rematch here with... Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so that's that for that duel. Okay, I'm trying to communicate with the guy, but yeah, that's the duel there. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. I'm gonna, you know, rematch this guy real quick, and then we're gonna go into the second duel. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright, so let's go ahead and go first again, and what do we have for a hand? Interesting hand, interesting. Let's go ahead and start with our Mokey Mokey Adrift. I like the name Stray Mokey Mokey better, though, because, I don't know, it feels more thematic, all things considered. But let me know in the comments, you guys like Stray Mokey Mokey or Mokey Mokey Adrift? That's what I'd like to know. So let's go ahead and activate our Piercing the Darkness spell. Nice little spell. It allows us to make some use out of like our exceeds and things for battling and stuff. But more importantly, it just gives me extra draws when I normal summon or special summon normie monsters like my key mace here. Okay, 2 is better than nothing. I'll take it. I'll take it because I can also overlay these. That's perfect, actually. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and ditch our other drift, just a thin deck. Now we have all of our Mokeys in our hand. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So, do I want to summon Mokey Mokey right now? Not especially. I'm just going to make Sylvan Princess Sprite. I'll go ahead and... I'm going to set Mokey in the off chance that I draw into my Tri-White. But otherwise, I think I should be fine. So let's go Princess Sprite. Excavate another spell. I'm going to save that for next turn, though. I'm going to save that for next turn, just in case. So under turn for now, let's see where this goes. I mean, so far, our deck is working pretty good. You know, I'd like to have my agent right now, but I found 3 was a little bricky, so that's why we're running 2 of the darn thing. So drawing one of those would be nice. Not necessary, but it would be nice. What are we up against? Drytrons. That's a tricky one. Drytrons are a pretty nasty bunch. I mean, my Princess Sprite can gain power when battling a monster once during the turn, but Drytrons scare me a little bit. They do scare me a smidge. Because they can ritual summon literally anything, and what the heck are you? New Drytron. Oh boy, that makes a new ritual monster too. That it does. That it does. Alright. So, Drytron new 2. Is that a pun? That sounds like a pun. That sounds like it's like new to you, Drytron. Is that what we're going with here? Alright. But yeah, basically what's going to happen is just typical Drytron stuff. This is going to search him any... Well, that gets him his... What the bloody hell is that? And this is going to get him a light fairy, which... I forget who that's adding, but it's adding somebody. So what does this do, dare I ask? Drytrons cannot destroy a component's card effects up to twice per turn, but added to monster effect. Banish a Drytron who's a tattle attack, or any number of Drytrons, I guess there's an S there. So it has double monster effect negation. If it's destroyed by a card, he can summon a ritual from his hand or deck. Okay, that's pretty beefy. That's a pretty beefy dude. I mean, that doesn't stop my Pierce the Light spell, though, so maybe he won't read it. Maybe. Potentially, but not necessarily. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Unfortunately, though, the Drytron rituals are big. They are quite large, which is not necessarily good, because it means I can't really smack down against them. Send a Drytron. Activate a spell, trap card. Doesn't stop their effects, though. Okay. Like I said, not necessarily a good situation, but I don't see this as being we're dead situation, if that makes sense. Like, he'll summon out his giant dude. And I'm hoping he'll attack with the biggin first. Maybe he knows how to pierce in the dark. I mean, he's going to see there's more text to this. He's going to assume there's something up. But I'll either beat over Fafnir or I'm going to beat over the big ritual. One of the two. Alright, yeah. Good old Alpha Dragonids. I can't even tell where this thing's head is. Such a mess of artwork. Oh, good lord. I can't even tell what it is. I think these are shields. There might be some legs here. I can't even tell what it is. I can't even tell what the bloody hell that is. Alright. Alright, you've gotten all your dudes out. There's a Masquerena. Alright. Ditching. Man, this guy's going full combo. I feel a little jealous. Just a smidge. Just a smidge jealous. Just a smidge. I mean, I made a nice going first turn. Not gonna lie, but at the same time, this is a lot beefier than what I got to do. A Tri-White would be very useful if I live. Big if. Appaloosa the Bruiser. I should have known you would be here. Good lord, man. Lighten up. It's just a card game. Natis. Oh. Using a Natis to beat over a Mokey Mokey. Pathetic. Not gonna lie, ever so slightly pathetic. Okay, so this doesn't really affect me right now. That doesn't affect me. This... no, he's gonna ritual something that can, like, destroy my board or something, doesn't this? Cannot target with card effects. Destroy all spell traps. Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, dang it, man. This is the casual server. I had to run into this nonsense. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, because I'm pretty sure I just lose there. That's unfortunate indeed. Because I had to set up. Haha, you timed out! I win! Ah. Okay, does that count as a win? I don't think it really does, but it's funny. He timed out. When you get so busy comboing, you forget there's a time limit. Oh, see, here's the thing. If he hadn't done the diviner or something, he should have just attacked. He honestly should have, but yeah, he shouldn't have gone. He went a little bit too far there. So I'm gonna go for another duel. Let me know in the comments if that counts or not. I mean, I think it kind of does a little bit, but let's go for more duels anyway. We got time for more. Alrighty, everybody, our third opponent, the fighting third. A little later than I'd like to admit, because I kind of lost track of time. I had to go record things with Necro, and then other things came up. But you know what? It's time for the final duel. Let's go all out with our Mokey Mokeys. Opening hand is an interesting affair. It's interesting. We have Keeper of the Dragon Magic to get my fusion, but I'll need that later. I got good old Mokey Mokey. That's always a plus. So let's smoke with it. All right, let's smoke with it. Let's smoke with it. I don't know. What is this? Threatening roar. Ooh, okay. Okay, casual player confirmed, although that worries me with the metaverse. Luckily, oh, it's Dark Sanctuary. I mean, that's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be way worse. Okay, I can handle this, I think. Let's go pierce the darkness. He's got the darkness. I'm gonna go pierce it, I guess. This sounds like the right thing to do. Let's supply squad it. And if my boy gets destroyed, I'll just get another card. If not, I'm gonna duel that 300 damage. Alright. But yeah, today's been an interesting... I mean, the first duel was very good. We had to see, like, that was like prime everything we wanted to do right there. Second duel... I still hesitate to call that a win, but that's, you know, I might, just because technically speaking, we both did stuff. Technically, it's just a matter of my opponent wanted to do too much. You don't always have to do too much. Look at this guy. He played 2 cards. That's all he needed to do. And now it's our turn. Go forth, Mokey Mokey. Why can't I attack? Mokey? Why am I not allowed to attack? Something stopped me from attacking. I can't remember what it was. Is it Mokey? No? Something stopped me for attacking. I don't remember what... Oh, wait. It's a trap. I forgot. I forgot he played Threatening Roar. It's like, you never see the card. I forgot. I forgot it was a thing. Alright. So this is some sort of trap-heavy Dark Sanctuary deck. I imagine he's actually playing D-board, which I am totally fine with. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Let's summon the Dancing Elf. Next turn we can go for Keeper, because I can revive my Mokey Mokeys. Because remember, that counts as a Mokey Mokey. I could go for the King. I could do that stuff. And I could just go for Nightmare Phoenix and, like, guarantee victory, shouldn't I? Thinking. You know what? I'm gonna attack first. I'll do that stuff later. I just don't want to do it right yet. What can I say? So let's go for Dark Sanctuary. Nope. You take of the damage. You take of that damage. Alright. And I'm gonna... I want to do other things. So I'm not going to attack with Mokey Mokey next. So next turn, we'll go for Keeper of the Dragon's Magic. We'll summon him out. I can ditch one of my cards, get back Mokey Mokey. I just need my last Mokey Mokey, and then I'll be able to do everything I want. Very cool. All right. Immediately go... Can you put D on there? I don't think you can. I think you just messed yourself up, brother. Okay. I could be mistaken, but doesn't that screw your whole strategy up? These have to be put in order. That's kind of the whole thing with Destiny board. kind of why it's such a hard thing to pull off, is that you need to have all the letters in order. Because that's literally the last one you put on the board, brother. All right. I mean, you do you. You do you. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go for Keep of the Dragon's Magic. We're gonna use his effect. I'm gonna go ahead and ditch a card. And I'm gonna get my polymerization. Okay. My goodness. A lot of floodgating going. I mean, it's a D-board deck. What do you expect? That's what they do. Kind of what you have to do to survive. And let's activate Keeper. Reveal the Mokey. Get another Mokey. My brother, unless I'm very mistaken, I played D before. Unless I am super mistaken as to how this works, I think you're playing it wrong. I'm sorry, but I'm 90% sure you're doing this wrong. But I could be wrong. So I can't attack you, and all that good stuff. So I have no reason. Okay, so I don't do damage, but I can still attack, right? Because attacking means this could be destroyed. You know? That's kind of the thing there. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just getting my turn. Here's the plan. Here's the basic plan here. Next turn, get her other Mokey Mokey. And normally I'd get rid of the Veiled spell, but I think I'm actually going to leave that alone. I actually think... Ooh, never mind. I already have my other Mokey Mokey. Never mind to what I was about to say. Oh, man. It's like, I wish I had something to destroy spell traps in the now phase. But I don't. I really, really don't. Alright, so let's draw another card. Skill Drain. Ugh. Well, so much for blowing up his back row. So much for that plan. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go for the Nightmare Phoenix route. You know what? That's totally fine. So let's go ahead and activate Polymerization, baby. Oh, wait. This isn't a Mokey Mokey anymore. Damn it. Don't you just hate it when all you want to do is summon Mokey Mokey King and Skill Drain shows up to be like, nah, bro, you ain't going that way? That's unfortunate. I activate Mokey Mokey Smackdown. If I lose this fairy, you're about to lose your lunch. Go forth, Mokey Adrift. Please get a heads. Come on, heads. Yes. Oh, it doesn't destroy me, does it? I just take damage. Okay. Oh my lord. I'm getting trolled by some nonsense here. Come on. There we go. Do some damage first to the dragons. There we go. That's what I like to see. Alright. I mean, I still think... unless he gets rid of these, I think I still win. Unless he's doing this with something else. Because, again, for D-board, you have to put the cards in order. So, I don't know. He must be trying to do something else. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I can take little piddling bits of damage. I can take that all day. You know? That doesn't amount to much to me. But the problem is, I didn't really run any other spell trap removal, so that doesn't help me. So, that's how to end my turn now. So, I have to end my turn. There's nothing else I could do. He doesn't seem to run many monsters, so I can't do anything there. I'm just gonna keep attacking him. I'm gonna just keep attacking you, boyo. Oh. I mean, this is another way of playing Mokey Mokey Smackdown, if you think about it. You know, not just having a fairy get destroyed and stuff, but, you know. Oh, look at him. Scared. Scared of that. Alright. Fine. Be that way. Go ahead. End your turn. Okay. This is going to be a bit of a drag now, isn't it? Just a little bit of a drag out here. Because I still think my opponent's screwed up, unless I'm just mistaken. I don't think I am, though. I have played many a time the Dark Sanctuary. And the D-board in general. So I'm pretty sure my opponent misplayed here. Unless my opponent's IQ is like 20 billion. My goodness, he just wants that thing to live, doesn't he? He just wants to live. Don't we all? That's just how it goes. Alright. He lives another... I mean, so far, my brother, you have survived quite well. I do regret not blowing up your field spell when I could, but I imagine you have another anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to keep attacking. Mokey Mokey just unaffected by this stuff. You know, Mokey Mokey will just continue to attack no matter the cost. I can take lots of damage. That's the thing. I can take all this damage. I can wear out your luck. And then eventually, you'll run out of those heads. See? Like that. That'll happen. Yeah, you're gone. You're gone, Jim. Okay, go first to the dragons. Gosh dang it. First to the dragon. Okay. Other dragon guy. Go. Come on. There we go. Of course. My opponent has to survive on a little more luck. Just a little more. Okay. But with any luck, next turn will be the last one. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's like my opponent went with D board and he got he's got these guys on the board. Now he has Dark Spirit's Mastery. Get another metaverse. One would argue you could have just played that to deck thin earlier, but that's just me. Well, whatever, dude. Okay, so you have your D board. Cool. Still doesn't do you much good, but you have it. What did he discard? He didn't discard a monster. He's got, like, no monsters. My Call by the Grave is a worthless card. But I only need, like, a couple of these to work. So, go forth, Mokey Mokey! Yeah, I know, yeah, D-board. I still don't really care. It doesn't really matter. All I need is one more Mokey. And this duel is mine. This duel is mine! Go, Mokey Mokey! Fallen Angel Punch! There we go! Alright, that was a really weird duel, but you know what? I'm fine with it. You know, unfortunately, I would duel 4th time just to make up for, like, that second duel, but I don't have the time now. So let's go ahead for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody, so Mokey Mokey Smackdown of 2024. We did technically get 3 wins. I would argue maybe it's a 2-1. That's up to the people at home, honestly. That second duel, I would have lost. I would have lost that if my opponent hadn't timed out, but he did. So it's up in the air. Regardless, the Mokey Mokey strategy is still sound. I still wish they had more support to them. Because, well, one card support is good in the fact that we have a non-once per turn search any card in the archetype. It still only searches 2 cards. So, you know, it does still work with, like, tri-white and stuff. So whoever made this really knew what they were doing. I just wish there was more to it. I wish there was, like, a really big buff Mokey Mokey or something like that. Like, just the same head, but on, like, a big buff bod. We'll call him, Chad Mokey Mokey or something. I don't know. But I would like that. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed seeing some Mokey Mokey stuff. You got to see a little bit of this deck. You got to see its highs, its lows, and its weird interaction with Destiny board. So, got to see a whole bunch of the stuff this deck does. We didn't see, like, everything, but we saw a lot of it. So, it's what it is. The only guy we didn't really get to see is the King, which is sad. But I tried. But regardless, here's the deck list in case you want to try this one out. We have Happy Level. Can't talk. Happy Lover at 1, just for thematics and things. It's a fairy. Triple Shine Ball, because we summon a lot of these things with our Venus. 3 Key Mace and 3 Dancing Elf, as these are all fairies. You need fairies for Smackdown to work. Triple Mokey Mokey, because it's a Mokey Mokey deck. You don't play any less than 3 of this. 2 Keeper of the Dragon's Magic, because we allows us to search poly and recover our fusion materials at the same time. 2 Agent of Creation Venus. You could argue 3 if you want to, like, sub out a Keeper. You just don't want to have too many effect monsters in the deck because of, like, Enchanted Fitting Room. But I find 2 is fine. It lets me get out my balls, and then I can make links off of them. Triple Mokey Mokey Adrift, because it's our maid searcher, so play the darn thing. 2 Painful Decision, because you can ditch a normie to get another normie, fill the grave with normie monsters, revive them with our various things. And by various things, I mean, like, the Tri-White, which revives various monsters. We have 1 Polymerization, because we only have, like, 1 fusion we need to make with the darn thing. Or the emergency one. We have Triple Enchanted Fitting Room, because it allows me to mill 3 cards, or not mill, excavate 3 cards. And then any normies I get, I can summon them to the board. Pretty nice. Dragon's Mirror is here just to summon first the dragons. Bit of a backup option there, but, you know, this guy's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Monster Born, in case we need to revive stuff. Triple Tri-White, because reviving 3 monsters at once is pretty nice. Call by for Ash Blossoms. Mokey Smackdown is our main beat stick option for, you know, ram a fairy into the opponent, and all the Mokeys get super huge. We have ourselves 2 Supply Squad, so that if our monsters do get destroyed, we get a plus off of it. 2 Pierce the Dark, so when we normal summon our normies, or special summon them, we get to draw as well. And it also makes our Exceeds a little bit harder to kill. We have 1 United We Stand, just in case we get lots of monsters on the board, which we very well can do. And 2 Human Wave Tactics, a bit of a slower option, to be honest, in the deck. But I like this card. It has Mokey Mokey on it. Come on. You know, the more monsters you have that get destroyed in battle, sadly not by card effect, but by battle, then you can just keep summoning out more monsters to the end phase. It's a nice thing. So that's what I like to run. Extra deck, pretty quick. We're going to relinquish Adam for stealing stuff. Link Rebo is Link Rebo, and he's a cool dude. Link Spider, which is part of combos to get into Proxy Magician. Masquerena, along with the Nightmare Duo for generic stuff. Proxy Magician is another polymerization in the deck. And what was the other thing? A fusion monster. It's fusion. You can summon a monster from the hand, which is cute, but it's mostly here's another polymerization. Avermax is our big defensive boss monster. We have Assembled Nightingale, because we have a lot of level 1s in the deck. Same for Lionheart and Sylvan Princess Bright. Psychic Kappa, the Armored, I should say. He's here in case things get weird, and we just have lots of shiny balls flying around for whatever reason. Like if we're locked out of Lynx, for example, this guy's an option. Along with Sky Cavalry Centauria. Lastly, we have Mokey Mokey King, which is part of our ultimate combo we sadly didn't get to see today, but such things happen. And lastly, First of the Dragons, as an option for outing monster-heavy decks. As for the side deck, we have other fairy normies like Cloudy and Smokeball if you want to try him as well. It's an option. It really doesn't matter too much, but, you know, it's another normie monster you can summon off of Tri-White and Enchanting Fitting Room. Treasure Panda can banish spells to summon a bunch of monsters from the deck. That's another option if you want to just go for, you know, less of Venus and more of just, you know, banishing your abundant spells to summon monsters from the deck. It's another option. It is susceptible just as well to Ash, but it is not once per turn, because you can just banish up to 3 spells and just keep summoning monsters over and over again. So that's an option as well. Another poly if you feel you need it. Storm and Mirror Force if you want a defensive trap over Human Wave Tactics, or if you want to screw with people, Tyrant's Throws. Tribute 2 normies. No one can summon anything except for normie monsters, so, you know, beat over your opponent with these things. Unless they set a monster, in which case you're screwed. But, you know, it depends what you're up against. It depends what you're up against. So that's an option. But that's today's deck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, we are taking a look at a weird deck. We're taking a look at G-Golems with, Quacky Meru. Gotta be a bit of an odd one. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out for now. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with more Yu-Gi-Oh! Action. Till then, y'all stay safe, stay happy. You have a good one. Take care.